Do you just want to play Beethoven's Für Elise because everyone else does? Then you're missing out on an opportunity. This seemingly harmless piece helps you understand a fundamental principle of music, but only if you reveal its secrets in detail. This gem is far more sophisticated than you might think at first glance. If you asked music lovers who had never seen the notes to transcribe the piece, the result would probably be as follows: for groups of 2 in 4/4 time with a complete cadence at the end, which also ends nicely on the first beat of the second bar. From bar 2 to bar 3, the change to the dominant; from bar 4, the repetition of the half phrase ending on the tonic on the third beat. Everything fits together beautifully. But that's not what Beethoven wrote. The melody sounds harmless, almost a little annoying, but it has a lot going for it. There are theories that claim Beethoven smuggled the name Elise into it. To understand this, you have to consider the German note names. E and D sharp, reinterpreted as E flat, or in German Es, sounds almost like Elise. But that may be too speculative. Despite the persistent repetition of the two notes, the melody is not clumsy. Banal melodies never become evergreens like this gem. So what did Beethoven really write? First of all, it is by no means in 4/4 time, even though the melody's groups of 2 suggest this, but rather in 3/8 time. In addition, the piece begins with an upbeat of 1 beat. And that presents us with another puzzle. The 3/8 notes should actually be read as 3 beats, in the style of a waltz. The 1/8 note upbeat reinforces this interpretation. However, Beethoven divides the melody into groups of 3/16 notes, which would actually suggest a duple meter of 2/8 notes. The upbeat would then have to be understood as a subtle upbeat figure that begins on a light beat after a 16th note rest. To illustrate the rhythmic differences, I have simply orchestrated the division into a triple meter. A division into a duple meter could sound like this. The division into a duple meter actually sounds more exciting than the waltz version. These metric pulse variations are difficult to work out on the piano alone. But why would Beethoven have chosen this meter if he didn't care how the piece should be phrased? Another superimposition of structures also plays an important role in the piece. It remains unclear what is the accompaniment figure and what is the melody. The two flow into each other, as can be seen visually in bars 2 to 4. The arpeggio is fanned out across the bass and treble clefs. Is the second group of 3/16 notes part of the accompaniment arpeggio or the upbeat of the melody? It seems to be both. Perhaps Beethoven did not want these intertwining elements of meter, rhythm, and melody to be clearly emphasized. It might have been too obvious to him. However, they can certainly play a role in terms of pulse and phrasing, even though most pianists play the piece rhythmically freely, i.e., more rhetorically than rhythmically. Is Beethoven's Für Elise a banal salon piece or a sophisticated character study? Its immense popularity and the fact that it never becomes tiresome, even after repeated listening, suggests the latter. It is therefore above all a teaching piece on what makes musical structures exciting and interesting, the fundamental principle of the complex entanglement of levels. Piano students can study this principle using Beethoven's gem, provided they don't just play it mindlessly. This video provides more information about what lies behind the fundamental principle of entanglement. If you want to delve deeper into the expressive capabilities of music, I recommend studying it thoroughly. Have you also worked your way through Für Elise, or have you given the piece a wide berth? Tell us about your personal experiences in the comments. And subscribe to our channel because the best is yet to come.